Damn, was this bitch at halftime too? Fuck. What up, everybody? We live, bro. We didn't even do the intro, nothing.
Bro,
What
I
up,
better say they
everybody?
didn't even do the intro.
We here, bro. Oh, shit. We here. We here,
Y'all know
man.
what it is. Saturday special edition of Detroit. What up, yo? I'm
What
your
up,
boy,
dog?
DaeDae. Y'all know who I'm always with. My brother from another mother who parents don't know each other. DaeDae who feeling himself today.
Yes, sir. Got a little bit of that old Smoky in me. Let's go.
You know how we do when we start every show, though. We let y'all know who in the building tonight. Starting with, he got his shirt on, his team won. You feel me? He's feeling himself, Mr. Michigan himself. Rich.
Hey, what up, though? East Side forever, baby. Michigan, go blue. Riggs, man. You can catch me at Richard Riggs 928 on X, baby.
I feel like today gonna be a Michigan day because he also got his fellow buddy, our basketball analyst, UFO expert, Ed.
What up, though? How we doing? Go blue, right?
No.
Okay.
No. It's
Hey,
my.
then, you know they need an
it's
extra
my.
help
Look, I'll
today.
say
They need to
this.
brought Uncle Drew.
What up, though?
What up, though?
Oh shit, Gonzaga about gonna beat Houston? Uh-oh.
I know.
Hmm?
All right.
I love you,
Before we get into college basketball talk,
No, I love you, love you.
let's talk a little bit of hockey first.
No, you don't love me, man.
The Red Wings are outside looking in, man. And currently, they are down to the Golden Knights.
Let's keep it
3-6. Ed, man. Is it over for this year? Is it over for
Yeah.
man?
Yeah. Not, I'll just keep it, plain and simple, man. We talked about this a couple weeks ago when we had the hockey show. Shouts out to our boy Pops, Chris. And he called it, he said it, and he's been saying, for the entire season. And we talked about it then. They needed to get a legitimate defenseman. We failed to do that. It's just that simple, man. At the end of the day, and look, it's what's costing us. That's it. We can't ignore the things that need to be done, and then act quizzical when we reap the consequences for not taking care of business. Man, we had a chance to shore up the D line with that, and we didn't do it. So here we are, and I think that's just a situation that's going to continue to get exploited by teams, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Rich, your thoughts on the Red Wings, man? Can we make the playoffs?
Yeah, it's the defense. It's this roulette of mid goaltenders. It's offensively, we have the top 3 power play, but our 5-on-5
Garbage.
You
Can't convert.
depend on scoring power play goals. So this team is they got some work to do. I wouldn't even say they're close. They make the playoffs. I wouldn't see them going that far. Like they got a lot of work. The good thing for them is I don't think Kosa is that too far away for their goaltender.
Mm-hmm. We got some really good young studs.
They got some defensive help on the way. I still think they need a veteran, at least one, to help them, and they need at least one more score in. Regardless of the fact, you got to figure out how to score 5-on-5. You can't depend on the power play to score your goals.
Right.
Period. Like you can be good, yes, but you can't expect that to be your only way of scoring points.
I hear you.
Uncle Drew, is it over for the Red Wings, man?
Yeah, they might as well go ahead and get their off-season papers ready, man.
I agree.
3-2-1 Cancun. Is that what we all saying right now? 3-2-1
Yeah.
Cancun.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Cancun, let's go get on the boat.
I say switch it up this off season. Go to Cabo.
Cabo, fuck it, we'll go Cabo. But
Yeah, that's what they're going.
DaeDae, you got any thoughts on the Red Wings, man? Before we get into some college.
I personally thought I thought I seen something the other day where they were already officially eliminated. I guess that's wrong. I don't really know. I don't follow hockey too much, especially right now because it's March and it's all about March Madness right now.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's really all I got, man. Shout out to the Wings for being ass, I guess. They're on that DAC level, I guess. DAC level of ass. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But I will say I have heard you guys say over and over and over again that they need a good defenseman, and I don't understand why they didn't go out and get one. You know,
Right.
and question I got for you Red Wings fans, is Eiserman starting to get on the hot seat?
No.
No.
He's like Brad Holmes. He does it his way. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Am I right, Ed?
Rich, you know how I feel about Brad Holmes, so I wouldn't say that.
That's why I'm saving that for the end.
Eiserman is not going to overpay, and he wants to build through the draft. Am I right, Ed?
Yeah, but see, my thing is this. So that's what he wants to do, man. But it comes a time where you have to see. You know who Steve Eiserman reminds me of right now, man, in the NBA as far as the general manager? Danny Ainge. And it's the sense that he overplays his hand consistently. It seems like he's trying to wait for this magical home run of a draft, this magical prospect to come along instead of getting and stacking consistent levels of talent and then building up that way. He seems like he's trying to wait for this unicorn to just come through and save the day. Now, allegedly, we have a prospect he thinks can be the best player in the world in 5 or 6 years. Okay, less than 5 or 6 years, man. And so now, right now, what do we think? What do we look at for a core? What is the core right now, Rich? You have Mo Sider and then what?
Raymond and DeBrincat.
DeBrincat.
What do you think the ceiling is on Raymond?
Dude's name?
What do you think is?
I can't think of his name.
What's your ceiling on those two players, though?
And Patrick Kane. DeBrincat?
No, he's not part of the core. What's your ceiling on Raymond and DeBrincat? What do you think they are?
Foul? What the fuck y'all doing? My bad.
I'm gonna let you answer this, Rich.
God damn, y'all let fucking 10 seconds go off the clock before you fucking foul this man. What y'all doing? My bad.
I think they're solid players, and Raymond has. Well, shit, Raymond's went in a damn slump.
See what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You got one guy who looks like he could really be a star to me right now, and that's Sider. And that's
Larkin.
a couple.
Larkin, that's the guy I'm thinking of. Bill Larkin.
But he goes in big slumps.
Solid, but not. You get what I'm saying, man? Like it's right now they look like. Let's just say this: they look like the Pistons with no cage. Nice players. Nice players. Like for instance, like Asar, nice player. I believe in him. But is he a star? We'll see. Duran, very nice young player. I believe in him. But is he a star? Not yet. He's a great prospect. Ron Holland, same thing. Nice prospect, not a star. Cade is the only star there. Jaden Ivey, as far as I'm concerned, is a high-end prospect. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So to me, Sider is the only one that looks like he might have that kind of, once he really hits his stride, his prime, a top 20 type of player. You get what I'm saying? All those other guys, good rotational, good role players, but nothing that you really build the franchise around. We don't have a Connor McDavid. We don't, we don't have that. You get what I'm saying?
I was going to say, because even Sider got fooled tonight on that, I think it was the second goal.
Yeah.
Where his guy got it and it came right across the crease. Either he could have deflected it or the goalie could have deflected it. Talbot. And neither one of them did anything goal scored.
My Lord, is Talbot garbage. Father.
Oh, my God, bro.
The Ivy of the Red Wings, huh? The Ivy of the Red Wings.
Players, Great players make that play.
How was Talbot? Let me ask you this. How was Talbot in the NHL, man? Like, no joke though, but serious business. Talbot doesn't look like he should be getting minutes on the Griffins. I'm just being honest.
Shout out to the Griffins.
How did? Huh? Ed, what did I say when Bandit had me speak? I said we got the roulette of mid goalies.
You sure did. My God, Talbot is garbage.
Lion, Talbot, Mrazek, Husso. Who else?
Houston,
you know what I mean?
Bro,
it's the roulette of mid goalies.
Let me say this, man. Think of any. I'm gonna tell you this, Bandit. Think of any mid garbage quarterback that we had after Charlie Batch left, and that's what.
That's it all out.
But bro, that's pretty much what you had there, man.
Joey Harrington.
Shout out to Dan Orlowski.
Dan Orlowski. Mike McMahon. Only ran out the back of the end zone.
Hey, respect Mike McMahon. Man. That was like the first mobile quarterback that I remember watching.
And Mike was a bum too, man.
He was a bum. Yes, I'm not saying he was like the great.
He was a bum in college too.
A quick bum.
Bum.
I remember when we thought Charlie Batch was going to be that dude.
I didn't think that.
Well, I didn't think that.
He was a bum too.
I was a kid. Look, I'm telling you right now, my dad was the grand poobah of Lions fans, but he was. When I was a kid, he was still living recipes for my father. But man, look, man, as soon as they look, and this is the thing, man. You know, as a brother, Drew, you and I say this all the time. As a brother, we want to see brothers get those jobs. My dad was not having it. I swear, dog. All them years ago, my dad, I swear, I bull crap you not, bro. As soon as that is like, oh, look, bro, I swear, I remember this, and I was hold on. How old? Let me see. How old was I when Charlie Batch debuted?
2000, right?
Yeah, okay, so I was 11. All right, dude, I swear.
I'm not talk about how old I was.
Okay, all right. Look, I don't mind. I'll be 36 in June.
2000.
But look, man, look, dog. It was Donald, was it?
It was 2000. I was in high school.
Okay, so whenever it was, bro, I remember clear as day. We were watching Wood TVA Sports, man. Jack Doles came on there. Jack Doles, it came on there, man. It's about the new Lions quarterback. And here's my dad, bro. Once again, my dad is from the Deep South, raised in Jim Crow, etc. He gonna jump for joy when he see a black quarterback. And as God is my witness, my dad's like, man, that nigga can't play. And I swear, bro. I swear. I remember that when I was a little dude.
1998 is his first year.
Yep.
Okay, 9. I was 9.
See, I was about 15 then.
Dog, and I remember that clear as day. What up, bro?
That's bad because back then, especially, it was really rare for a black quarterback.
Black quarterbacks, and my dad just was like, nope. I swear, bro. I swear, Bandit.
Back then, they were like, they were willing to root for any. Hey, Bandit, go play quarterback.
Shit, I was shit.
Yeah, look, dog, it was not happening. My dad stood up there, look, it didn't look. I remember that. I remember this ill double take his, man. That nigga can't play.
Hey, Rick, I remember like Pat White when he played for the Dolphins.
I was like, damn, we starting an Eastern quarterback? Eastern quarterback. Oh,
man,
my God.
That was crazy. That was crazy. My brother, he can't play. That's crazy.
A quarterback from Eastern. Are we serious?
Man, my dad went on this rant about how the Fords are nothing but a bunch of cheap cuss words and all this other stuff, man. And I swear, that surprised my mom so much, man. Because my mom, both my parents were huge football fans. So, my mom said, like, Moses, you ain't gonna give that boy a chance. It was ain't nothing to give a chance to. Where they find him at, Gwen?
Eastern Michigan. Shout out Eastern Michigan.
And look, he look garbage.
Say R.I.P. to the Red Wings Seekers, man. It's over, man. Let's just say that.
It happens. It'll be all right. It happens.
It'll be all right.
Let's get into some NCAA news. We're gonna start
Let's do it.
Let's start with DaeDae Spartans first. Came up with the win.
First of all,
Bryant, 62. 87. My bad, Chris. 87-62. DaeDae, how you feel about your Spartans and they win?
First of all, anybody watch the game?
Yes.
Did you see when we busted old buddy's face open, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, he was leaking.
They had the band on his head.
Soaking wet.
Then they had to go
He
ahead and
was
stitch him
still
up at
leaking.
halftime. All this shit we're here from here to down here was gushing out.
Bro, when they put that bandage on him, bro, he had a fucking knot.
Yeah.
That
I was like,
nah.
He played though. I'll tell you that.
And
Yeah, he tough for
balled.
that.
He played well too.
He
I
tough
think
for
his
that.
last name was
He tough, very
Timberlake.
tough. I
think his
respect
last
him.
name was Timberlake. He balled.
But look, man, that's that New York stuff. That Brian is a New York school. It's Rhode Island.
Yeah, Rhode Island, yeah.
They gave us everything we could handle for the first, I'm going to say at least 30 minutes because they played us well into the second half, too.
Mm-hmm.
They played really well. But then you just seen our talent and our shooting just took over. Holloman got hot. And Carr, without Carr, I don't think we win that game. The way he played in the first half, giving us 15, I think it was 15 in the first half.
Yeah, his energy really helped y'all, man.
Energy, his scoring, his rebounding, what was really key. He gave us a lot of key rebounds. All in all, it was a good game. I'll be honest, I didn't make it to the end of the game. I passed out. I'm not gonna lie. That was the shitty part that came on at 10 o'clock on a Friday night after I just worked all week. It didn't work out. But for a while there, I was nervous. I wasn't going to lie. I was like, damn, we didn't look good. We came out really, really slow. Couldn't hit no shots. Jace was cold. It was Carr and what the hell's the other dude's name? Aikens, who carried us for a while. But then the boys started playing well in the second half, from what I seen, until I fell asleep. But it's the same thing, man. This is just it's March. It's Izzo's time to shine. Supposedly, this is like it's January, February, Izzo, April.
We'll see.
You know, yeah, he ain't won a fucking natty since I was 10 years old, bro. So I done had a whole life in this motherfucker. Natty, last one he won was with Mateen Cleaves and all those boys. Mateen Cleaves, Jason Richardson. I think Mo Pete was on that team.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah.
Alan Anderson.
Not Jay Rich. That was before Jay Rich.
Alan Anderson was way after that.
No, which one? You talking about the?
Jay Rich was on that team. That was before.
Jay Rich was on that team.
Alan Anderson was way after that. He was not in 2000.
Yeah, he was after that. Alan Anderson was what? I think Alan Anderson got drafted the 06 draft.
I believe so.
Yeah. He played for the Bobcats.
Oh, Jason Richardson was on that team because they had Mo P, they had Charlie Bill, they had Charlie Bill, they had Smith. Smith was the big guy.
Yeah,
but it was the Flintstones, and I thought Jay Rich was part of the Flintstones.
That was that was before Jay Rich.
Was it?
Yeah.
Jay Rich came out in 03.
Yeah, he was in that class after them.
I'm about to look it up because I could have swore. But hey, I done had 25 years of life since then, so I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday, let alone 2000.
Same, man.
You know what I'm saying?
The fact you remember most of it is impressive enough.
Right.
That's really when I became a fan, was when they won that natty.
Hey, that's the thing though, is I'm a Michigan fan.
No, he was
obviously.
There. He was there.
But
in the Wikipedia, he was there.
For the talent that Izzo has had, he should have had more success than he's had.
Yeah, but if you go back and you look at Izzo's talent, it's never really top tier talent. Like he's had good talent. Like Michigan State 99% of the time always has a good backcourt. You look back to the Kalen Lucases, the Cassius Winston.
I played against Kalen Lucas.
Yeah, but the thing is though, DaeDae, and let's be honest, just because you ain't a NBA prospect, you can be a good, college basketball. That's what all that matters. He's had good college talent.
Not compared to like the teams that he's ran into, though.
Hey, what's that white boy?
I agree with you on that. You talking about talent?
What's that white boy he had, guys?
Which one?
With talent,
that white boy point guard.
Drew Neitzel.
Which one? Drew Neitzel?
Yeah, Drew Neitzel.
Did you play? Because you're kind of from.
We shut him down. Just saying.
You're kind of from the same area I am. Did you play against him in high school?
Let me see. Drew, I was a freshman, so no. He played against. So watch this. So we played. He played in our area. He played against my boy LJ Kilgore. Shouts out to you, bro. LJ destroyed him.
Where'd he go?
Hey, you remember he had Paul Davis?
Okay.
Paul
Crescent.
Davis was a top guy.
Paul
Oh,
Diddy.
yeah.
Paul
P.
Bumpus?
Diddy.
Paul
P.
Bumpus
Diddy.
was come on. I ain't gonna even do Michigan State like that. Paul Davis was just another stiff, man. Come on, bro.
P. Diddy. P. Diddy.
You wild for that, bro.
No, he was one of the top guys.
In
Paul was
college, in college, yes, he was. Paul Davis.
Paul was garbage, man. Paul was like Xavier Booker, a guy that was touted, didn't do
Not
anything.
even close. Not even close.
I agree.
Not even close. Paul Davis
Didn't do
was
anything.
a hooper, bro. He quite a bit. He did a lot of good things. He's
So
nowhere near
eight and eight is hooping now?
in college, yes.
8 and 8?
Top scores in college. If you put up 14, if you score 13,
he wasn't scoring 14.
Game, you balled
I was trying to defend your school, man. He wasn't scoring no 14.
I'm saying, I'm putting it in context. You're averaging 8, so that means you're putting anywhere from, we'll say, 6 to 11 a game. You know, when you average 8, you know how to do the averages.
I got you.
But for that 8 and 8, I'll take it.
Let me tell you what messed Tom up, bro. Let me tell you what messed Tom up. Tom, because this is alleged, and obviously me being really young at that point, I don't know how true this is. But I believe it was alleged that Tom Izzo, Chris Kaman's people did not really get along. He botched that when he didn't get Chris Kaman on Michigan State campus.
Yes,
he was a beast.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. There was no answer for Chris Kaman in the state. I'm gonna tell you that right now. No, dude, Chris Kaman was doing stuff like 44 and 26, 51 and 30. Stuff like that, bro.
Against high level competition.
Yes, no, dude.
Christian, right?
Oh no, yes, bro. Dude, you remember what Chris Kaman did to Redford? Yes, bro. You remember what Chris Kaman did to Redford, bro?
Yeah, killed her.
Destroyed. They couldn't do nothing to him, bro. He was cold, bro.
Redford had a lot of athletes on that team.
He would have had a good NBA career. He would have had a better NBA career if he'd have been healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a good player.
He was a good player.
Two-time All-Star. Two-time All-Star. Chris Kaman was a dog, man. I'm talking about, bro. He's doing high school threes, left hand, right hand, put the ball on the floor. No, Chris Kaman was a ball.
Parlay just hit.
No, that's what I'm saying, Ed. If he would have been healthy in the NBA, he would have been even better.
Yeah, and a heck of an athlete too, man. The thing is, people didn't know he was athletic because he was so gumpy looking in high school. But man, his coordinator, man. Chris Kaman was a force of nature in high school, bro. I think Chris Kaman. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Chris Kaman was more dominant than Drew Neitzel was in terms of the area.
100, yeah.
He was 100%, bro.
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. I had to think about it. Yeah.
Chris Kaman was something else.
Yeah.
Chris Kaman, you could tell Drew
Neitzel wasn't no slouch.
For the area, he was a dog, bro. But here's the thing. Let me say this. I don't recall ever seeing Chris Kaman get outplayed by another big man in our area.
No, there weren't big men. There wasn't a whole lot of big men in that area.
I'm talking about even when we went outside of even when we went to the east side of the state, bro. Chris Kaman, Drew, you were there, bro. Drew, he was dogging those guys. And people said, "Who is this big, gumpy white boy?"
We had big. The PS still had bigs. They couldn't
do nothing with him. Nothing. And the thing is,
legend, bro.
A legend. And then, but with Drew, I've seen Drew get dominated. Like I'm trying to tell you this right now. Grand Valley. So watch this. Politics be politics, right? Realistically, LJ Kilgore should have went to Michigan State. That should have been LJ Kilgore scholarship. Everybody who knew ball knew LJ was better than Drew Neitzel. So watch this. LJ ends up going to Grand Valley State University. And guess what? That's the year Grand Valley crushed Michigan State. Fact checking. Killed them. Because everybody knew LJ was better than Drew.
I'm trying to figure out the fucking guy that Neitzel battled at South Christian who ended up going to Western Michigan. He was
David Cool.
Yep, there it is. Yep,
David Cool.
Yep, that dude was a hooper too.
He was a hooper. He wasn't Drew though. He was good. He was really good, but he wasn't Drew. Drew was something else. And this is no shade towards Drew Neitzel in the sense. I'm just saying, comparing into who's more dominant in our area, bro. It's got to be Chris Kaman. Like I said, I don't recall anybody ever having an answer because it just didn't matter. He could pass, bro. You send the double, he's gonna find the cutter. Man. That dude was something else. Shouts out to you, bro. Shouts out to you. Hope you living a good life.
Drew,
I seen him play quite a bit.
Man.
Drew, how you feel about the Michigan State first round win?
I knew it was gonna happen. I mean, you know, I mess with Bryant. Bryant is like one of my little low schools I bet on, so I like Bryant. But
I see why they got some sneaky good little shooters.
Yeah,
they do.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
some New York guards.
I watch all college basketball. There's some teams I tell you ain't probably surprised I even watch. I watch them all.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of knew State was gonna pull away at the end. You know, this is how the game go. Like sometimes college, it'd be like a fast first half. The second half comes, team don't score nothing.
Right.
So it is how that's how the game is. Athletes, eventually gonna come out and overshadow them in the second half.
Rich, how do you feel about Michigan's first round win?
He don't give a fuck. He's a Michigan fan. He don't give a fuck.
He's spending time with his daughter. I'll pick this one up until he gets ready.
Yeah, go ahead, Ed.
To Drew's point, man, we knew this was gonna happen. I don't think it's anything if you're a Michigan State fan, and I say this as a Michigan man myself. I don't think it's anything for Michigan State fans to get worried about. That Brian played too close in the first half. This is the tournament, man. Everybody's coming here ready to play. There's nobody that's been overrated, overblown. That's not how that works. If you're in the tournament, you better expect a dogfight from every team that's here. And to be very honest with you, I think this tournament's been great. We've seen that, man. Like this right here has been a very competitive tournament. And the only thing that tells me is, for the first time in a while, the selection committee got some things right. That's it, man. And I'm a guy, I don't like giving them any credit because I think they're a bunch of idiots. But good scrappy team, man. Team, those New York hard-nosed guards. You better believe they're always going to come ready to play. They can shoot. I like their offensive scheme, man. They run the 3-guard rotation. They run a read and react offense, to my knowledge, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely, I'm not surprised that they played them close initially, but at the end of the day, the talent kicks in. Tom Izzo understood what he wanted to do. Everybody stayed disciplined, stayed to the game plan, and at the end of the day, the talent is going to get you there. So, not good win. Good win.
What I like about the tournament the most, man, is you see how many of these coaches are so close to each other. Like, they all know each other through some, even like the Bryant coach and Izzo, they know each other.
Yeah,
I think his dad coached on that 2000s team.
Yeah,
I believe, and that's how we do the Suns. So that's always cool for me to see storylines like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. And probably he's got looks for bigger coaching jobs too. So hope he gets it.
Yes, sir.
What I'm excited to see is what, like, you see some of these smaller schools, and you see NIL's a big thing now. How many of these kids transfer, and how many of these kids get paid because of this tournament? The way they play in the tournament.
I agree with you, man. And piggybacking off of that, I also think this is going to be good for some of these smaller schools too, because I think now that some of these smaller schools are getting exposure, they're going to get some money, and they're actually going to be able to help these students out at that level too. Because you got to think about it, like some of these kids, man, they don't want to have to leave home. This is the closest school that they had, whatnot. And so if I'm a kid, man, like, look, I can make NIL, I can get exposure and show I'm good enough for the next level, like we were talking about before when we had our kind of like our pre-show conversation behind the scenes, man. Apparently, the young man that was on the team that played Michigan, apparently he's got some draft looks. You know what I'm saying? He's been killing it all year. He's averaging. I didn't know he's averaging 22 a game.
Yeah,
that kid's good.
Yeah, he's been a scorer.
Yeah,
he was number one in that conference in scoring.
Yeah, and he's got and look at his game. He's got a bag, man. Post up,
nice.
Handle the rock, shoot the three, plays defense, and so he's getting looks. Huh? Yeah, man. So I'm like, man, this kid's got a chance, and so if I'm him, man, this school offered me a deal. Now there's a school close by from his area. I can go D1. I can make a little bit of money, and I can still get seen in the tournament. Now some of these smaller schools are going to start to get a little piece of the pie, and they can actually offer some of that local talent. And these kids that don't really want to have to actually leave don't have to leave.
Absolutely. Rich, your thoughts on the Michigan State game? They won.
I mean, that was a good win. And
damn, Rich, don't make it too obvious.
Yeah, wow, bro. That was well. That was a good win.
Hey, everyone on this panel, DaeDae include, who's a Michigan fan, or Michigan State fan, excuse me,
You're cute.
knows that I have said I like Jace Richardson.
Yeah.
That's a good player.
Very good player.
I like.
Wish
that
we
kid.
had him.
I have said that from the get go.
But you do.
No, like I don't give a damn if I hate Ohio State more than I do Ohio
We
State.
know,
more
Red.
than I do Michigan State.
Oh,
But
Lord.
if you got talent, I can acknowledge talent.
It's good.
So, Jace Richardson, he's a good player. I
And
like
what's
him. I
crazy
think.
is
I
He's
think
a lottery pick.
I think Holloman's a bitch. Fuck him. Go fuck
Why is that?
yourself.
Damn.
because
You know what I'm
he
saying?
started the shit at center court.
Yeah.
Bro,
Go
he's
fuck
20.
yourself.
Blah.
Bro, he's 22 years old, Rich. Come on.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
fuck
he-
yourself.
Right,
I
dang,
put
Rich.
you in the Jack Sawyer. I put you in the Jack Sawyer category.
Oh man, we ain't gonna do that, bro.
Yep.
Man, come on now. Go ahead, Rich. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. You got to dump my boy Jack underneath there, bro. Come on, man.
We ain't doing that, Rich.
Hey, Bandit.
We ain't doing that.
This season's over.
Holloman gives you production. Sawyer don't.
Hey, Bandit.
Come on,
Hey,
Rich. You know,
Bandit.
Sawyer don't put no production out there. Holloman at least puts production out there. So at least put him
Ohio
like a
State
little
girls
bit
look
above
good.
Sawyer, all right?
Ohio State girls
We
look
do
good.
look good, though. We do look good, though. I
Hey,
said that in the chat. Remember, I said our girls basketball team doing good. Go ahead.
hey,
Rich.
but Bandit, let me ask you a question.
Oh man, we ain't about to do this. What's up, Rich?
Let me ask you a question.
What up, though?
One of your best quarterbacks in Ohio State history is Justin Fields, correct?
One of them.
Where did his
That's
sister
right.
go to play basketball? Oh, that's right, Michigan.
Wait, hold on, wait. Justin Fields is the best quarter. Stroud,
One of
without a
one
doubt.
No, I
We said
said
one of them.
no.
One of them. We said
Oh,
one.
I said one.
The best,
What up?
the best quarterback I've ever seen at Ohio State is Stroud.
Oh, I agree. That's why I said one.
And Terrell Pryor's not a quarterback, and all those other guys. No.
My whole point was his sister came to play for Michigan State. That's all. That was my point.
What that mean?
Go blue. Real recognize real. Winners.
Whatever. Let's talk about this Michigan. Talk about Michigan State's round 2 game, man. Little preview, they play. Is that New Mexico?
The Lobos.
Yep, Lobos.
Oh,
DaeDae, how you feel about your chances in the second round, bro?
I'm gonna say this strictly based off just being a Michigan State fan. We're gonna win. It's Izzo. It's March because I don't know jack shit about New Mexico. To be honest with you, I don't watch. I don't watch college.
I do.
basketball, so
That's
I
your
don't know.
homework. That's your homework.
I do.
Yeah. I know all
What
about
are
these
they? What are they?
Lobos.
5? What are they? What seed are they? 6?
Mm.
No, they got to be. They're 7. They got to be either 7 or a 10 seed, right?
Let me see.
Yeah,
It is
because
10
two-
seed.
Pull that
Or
up if
10
you can.
Yes, I
Or
will.
10 seed. We're straight. We're good. We're rolling.
Okay.
Okay,
should be
so
higher.
give me something. So
That
since
should
I
be
don't
higher
know,
than 10 seed.
give me some pointers to watch because I don't know jack shit about them.
Shout out to you, Uncle Drew.
The bigs, first of all. The
I'm
bigs.
going with the upset, man.
They're 10 seed. And let us know why.
I like that guard play. Now if they still had Jamal Mashburn, I was definitely with all double down there if they still had Jamal Mashburn, but
If they had Jamal Mashburn, they would be a 3 seed.
yeah.
Jamal Mashburn Jr.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He
He's cold.
Damn, I'm old. God
He went
damn,
to
I'm
Temple.
old, bro.
Yeah, he's cold, man.
He cold. He cold, man.
He ain't too cold if he left fucking New Mexico to Temple. What?
No, he left to be closer. That's
Mhm.
that was something like that. Yeah. It was like
There's
a
other
family
schools.
decision. It was a family
Where's
decision.
Temple's on the East Coast somewhere?
Yeah, it's in Philly.
So, Drew, you say you got New Mexico with the upset. What do you think the score going to be? And I'm going to get to Ed.
The score?
Bro, you can't do college score.
Right.
That's crazy. That's
Whatever.
crazy. That's crazy.
Now,
bro.
if you give me a total, I can give you the over under. I can do it like that.
Man, I ain't 1parlay.com over here.
110. 110.
Over, man. Hell yeah.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay.
110 too low.
Okay,
Go
135.
ahead.
Over. I think it might be like a 147, 148 game.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Go ahead, Ed.
Bandit's so lost right now, he ain't got a clue what the hell we talking about.
Wow.
Talking about.
Yeah,
Combined,
man.
Bandit is the two teams scored combined, bro. So like
Yeah.
60 would be 120. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to Drew's point, man, I like New Mexico's guard play. I also think their bigs are just better than Michigan State's bigs.
Yeah, that too.
The bigs at the local YMCA are better than Michigan State's bigs. The Michigan State's bigs are trash. I think Kohler and
yeah, you're right.
You're right.
What's the other dude's name? Fucking, I don't even know his name.
The Pushamushi or whatever his name is, man. Something.
Yeah, he's not good.
Okie pokey.
Yeah,
but man,
I've never seen a guy. Let me see this, man. I've never seen a guy at the D1 level who is 7 foot, or at least listed at 7 foot, 260, play 23 minutes and give y'all 1.0 boards.
If that motherfucker is 260, then I'm fucking.
Bro, man,
how
he
you
was
get a
just
rebound though?
He wasn't even doing cardio out there. Like, what is he doing? He's just
like why he start?
Standing there.
Why does he start? Why don't you just go ahead and put like a forward out there?
Hey, dog, look, hey, Drew, I'm sitting there thinking about, look, man, I'm sitting there looking at y'all. I feel sorry that Izzo got to play that guy. And how garbage is Xavier Booker? Did that dude get minutes over him? I'm like, bro, I'm sitting here, man, looking at that boy play. I'm telling my inner Pat Bev, man, like, why is he in the game if he can't guard?
Hey, I shared that video in the chat the other day, bro.
You ain't got no straps, Pat. Come on, Tom. If you ain't got no straps, Tom, you can't play. You can't play. Bro, that, man, I feel, ooh, my ex gonna transfer. I hope Michigan don't get him. But the time is on the fence, man. I said this once, I said it 1,000 times. You know, as a Michigan man, at the end of the day, I'm still a man before anything, and keeping it real is part of being a man. I'm gonna keep it a bean. If Tom Izzo can't teach you how to play basketball, you can't learn. So Xavier Booker's just a bust.
Facts, bro.
Xavier Booker's just a bust.
Maybe better at a mid-major school.
Oh, sure, everybody better at the lowest level.
Like a Cal State, Fullerton, or something like that, man.
I think he'd be better at GRCC.
Yo, shout out GRCC.
Shout out, great school.
I ain't going that far.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. Xavier Booker and being a skills coach for a lot of the young prospects here, man. Xavier Booker, you could tell, at least from my vantage point, man. I think the kid was just the classic. He's the 7-footer in the area, but not really anything special to look at. You could tell he's the guy. The kid is just bigger than everybody. It looks a certain type of way because he's twice the size of everybody else. But once you get him to the other kids his size and similar athletic ability, it just doesn't pop. And then guess what? That's what it's been at the D1 level so far. And you got people sit up there, man. It amazes me how folks think that they know better basketball than a Hall of Fame coach like Tom Izzo. You got everybody in the hood that think it's a conspiracy theory that Xavier Booker don't play. He doesn't play because he's not good. I'm sick and tired of hearing that, man. People are convinced. It's just like folks with Marcus Sasser on the Detroit Pistons. You got two coaches you didn't play for. Guess what? The same thing. You don't play because you're not good enough.
I don't think he's an NBA player.
He's not. And the thing is, I'm just being real. Well, he's a rotational. He's a 15th man. He's where you know what, man. He is what he is right now. A guy 11 through 15. He play when the two guys, and it will always be two guys in front of him get hurt. That's what happens. So he might play now that THJ is down with that ankle injury. He might play. But man, looking for what I've seen, I'd rather give Ron Harper Jr. some run. Pull him up. See what the little, the 6'5", shooter, shoot the blood out the ball. See what he can do for us. Put him on the wing. Let him give him. Say go out there, play defense. We'll give you 3 shots. For real. 8 minutes a game. For real. Why not, man? It's like that, and then I just don't understand why there is always this conspiracy theory when these young guys can't see the floor, particularly at the collegiate level, man. Because at the end of the day, dog, they got a job to keep. So you think it's just gonna be a matter of politics why they don't play? Nah, man, he don't play because he's not good enough.
Hey, he had 18 against Oakland this year.
Who?
Come on, bro.
Oakland with 25-year-old Rocket Watts? Man, come on, man. That's just like Hunter Dickinson, another guy. You can't beat freshmen and you 30 years old.
This Michigan State team is going to go as far as Jace Richardson can carry them, period.
No, that's not true. That's not true. He didn't play well. He didn't play well last night.
I don't agree with that. I think their guards are good enough. I've done this all.
It's all the guards combined. It's not just.
I've done this all season. Have I not? I've given your Michigan State guards praise. I love the guard play there. The guards are experienced. They know what they're doing. They listen to the coach, and they have talent. That's hey man, it sucks. It's great to not suck. It sucks to suck. You see what I'm saying? And they don't suck. It's really not rocket science. So when you got guys that can actually play, you listen to a coach to know how to play, you have success.
Yeah. He was okay last year, wasn't he?
Who?
The X-Men.
Yeah. No. Xavier Booker was garbage last year.
He was their leading guard last game, so I don't know what y'all seeing.
But Xavier Booker was garbage.
Rich. Hold on, time out. Rich, you like to do this box score thing. You'll look at the score and be like, "Oh, he was the leading scorer." Jace didn't carry us that game. It was the three-headed monster at the guard, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Jace didn't start playing well till the second half.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't look at stats, man. Stats rule out of you.
He fed off of their energy, man. You could tell. I'm gonna say this. I'll give you guys credit. You could tell the upperclassmen from the freshmen. The freshmen played like a freshman in the tournament. The upperclassmen,
you could tell he was
experience
from the opening tip.
Really, Holloman calmed him down. You could see him talking to him, telling him where he's messing up. Defensively, he was getting cooked. Be 100 with you, man. He was getting burnt up. And hey, the older brothers. Yeah. No, big brothers came over. Hey, exactly. Big brother came over. You wild, man. Big brother came over, settled him down, and the thing is, and Tom's like, hey man, I don't have to even say anything. I got two seniors out there, so I don't have to say nothing to you. And they good teams police themselves, and so that's what happens. So no, man, I think he ultimately had a good second half. The first half was not very good at all, actually.
Terrible.
So
the first half was all
I'll give you that. I didn't watch that particular game, but I have watched a few games, and usually he's their best player.
Yeah, I would agree. He's the most talented player on the team. Yes.
Like against Michigan, the first time, particularly when we were running the zone, we were dominating that game. He was the first one to start penetrating against the zone.
That's how you beat the zone.
And bam, that's how we got beat. I watched him other games against Wisconsin, several other games. He's been the reason. So I'll give you credit. I didn't watch the Bryant game. Okay, cool. Fine. On the box score, I say he was your best. Cool. I'll give you that. But overall, from watching several games this year, you're going to go as far as Jace Richardson is going to carry you.
Rich said, "Fuck Michigan State."
I think it's more of how far the two seniors carry us. I do. I think it's Akins and Holloman. And Holloman don't even start. Holloman comes off the bench.
I will say this. This is why I have you guys on upset alert. Your bigs have to give you something this game. This is the game. They got to give you something, man. Yeah. I'll say this though. This is why I got you guys on upset alert. It's not personal. If it comes out as a well-oiled machine and runs New Mexico off the court, I wouldn't be surprised because you guys have talent and you guys have a Hall of Fame coach. All I'm saying is I have you on upset alert because your bigs this game are going to have to give you something. They got to give you something.
I get to see fucking Kohler and fucking Haba Laba Lava fucking shoot shots.
Ah, bro, we lost.
Rich, where you go?
He gone.
You better come back because we about to talk about y'all Michigan Wolverines. But before we talk about the Michigan Wolverines, man,
what up, though?
We gotta have y'all people that's watching. We appreciate y'all watching, man. Please go to Detroit Fan Report on YouTube, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Subscribe to that.
Once we get to 500 subscribers, I think we like 35 away from something short like that.
35 away from 500.
Yeah, we not close, bro. Once we get to 500 subscribers, we will be giving give away a free Lions, Tigers, Pistons, or Red Wings jersey. You know, I got one of them on right now. This ain't the one y'all gonna get, but I just got that schoolball. You know, I got that J-Mo. I mean, we giving out authentic stitch over here. You feel me? That real shit, that bullshit you get from the local Chinese factory. You know what I mean? But yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button, man.
Why are you coughing to these folks?
They about to get them a TJ Maxx jersey.
Detroit Fan Report, bro. We are not bougie over here. You best believe this shit's coming from DHK. You can either like it or not. And if you don't like it, go ahead and send that shit back. One of us, Rocky. Fuck what you going through. I'm not paying $300 for a jersey. Give me my little $30 and I'll wait a month. Come on, come on, man.
So now,
these fools, bro? Come on, man.
It's authentic, bro.
I hate to be that guy. But look, I'll be real with our viewers. We try to stall for Rich to come back. He still ain't here. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
But make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, man.
Hey, we Michigan, bro. Don't do that to me, dog. And we
listen, I'm glad you came.
We were stalling. We were stalling. Bandit had a perfect commercial ready just in case one of us dropped out.
Don't do that shit, dog. Don't do that.
But Rich, we waiting on you just for this part, man.
The bullshit hour of the show. Let's go.
Yo squad.
Oh boy.
You beat Texas every day, man.
Yeah.
I had to eat crow. That's real.
Your thoughts on the game, Rich, man. Your thoughts on the game.
Hey, man. We're to be honest with you, we're only gonna go as far as our bigs kill us. Our carry us. Sorry. And that's Golden, and that's Wolf. We're only going as far as they carry us, and we got to at least have one guard to carry us or to go along. So it's been Donaldson in the Big Ten tournament, and then in the first game, and then today it was Gale. That's all we need, man. I think as far as that happens, we'll do good because not many teams can do a 7-foot pick and roll. That's hard to defend. Let's be honest.
Rich, for how long you've been talking about fucking Jace? How long have I been talking about y'all big? I never understood it. You know what I mean? I said the same thing. That is y'all's advantage in every game you play. And you guys did not do it against us. I didn't understand why. And now y'all are starting to do it here in the tournament. I think if y'all make a deep run, that's going to be odd. It's because of those two.
That's on Dusty. I think that was on Dusty. I think, to be very honest with you, is and I don't have many criticisms for Dusty May at all. But that is my one. That I think sometimes and I think he realizes it now in the tournament, but Trey Donaldson, those guards, they are what they are. They're tapped out talent-wise, and we can't initiate, with Donaldson really is that main point, or really any of these guards, and expect to have success against the better teams. I think we relied on the guards, far too much against Michigan State. I think if we had played inside out, and if I'm Dusty May, I'll be real with you. They can get it off of what you guys create, and that's Wolf and Blonde. I'm gonna tell you what I would do. I would be bringing Danny up to the elbow every time. I would have Vlad over there in the opposite dunker spot, and then Danny do what you want. Whether we're gonna go, we're gonna go face up, take them off the dribble, draw a big, kick out to the corner, kick out to the top, or whatever, or that's it. Or then we're gonna come in, we're gonna post up low on the block, on each block. Get it down to Vlad, let Vlad hit the cutter, let Vlad kick it out to Danny, or whatever he's going to do. But and then everybody else turn into a shooter. Huh?
Live and die by your bigs.
That's how it would be, because Trey Donaldson and all those guys aren't difference makers at all.
Yep.
We got a
What?
comment for you in the chat.
What chat? We
Oh!
got beat by Gonzaga. I knew that was gonna
Got the
happen.
brakes beat.
I knew that
Hey,
was gonna happen. Gonzaga,
hey.
Gonzaga is good.
Hey, what did
Gonzaga is
Georgia do
always
now? Hey, they know how to crash though. They know how to
Well,
crash.
no, look,
Hey,
at least the side well solidified himself as a lottery pick, right?
who?
The Newell.
Yeah, Noel.
That kid is
Yeah,
good. That kid is really good.
yeah, I know he is. I know he is. I'll be honest. I don't watch much Georgia basketball. I really don't. I
You're not
watch
missing
Michigan
anything.
State. I
Not missing
watched a
anything.
little. I watched a few games this year. I watched when they beat Auburn. But really, I'm Michigan State basketball. Georgia basketball is not really a thing. Georgia football, Michigan State basketball, really.
Okay,
Anyway, that's my TED Talk.
gotcha.
Uncle Drew.
I was
no
gonna say, I
controversy.
think DaeDae watches actually more Michigan basketball than he does Georgia basketball.
Yeah, Georgia basketball's always been Georgia basketball's been shit. Like I watched it when they had Ant. That was a nice season to watch. They were still not a good team, but he was fun to watch. So, but yeah.
Uncle Drew, you've been telling us, and when you first got in here, you told us what I say. So, how you feel about Michigan's win, man, getting to the Sweet 16?
I mean, Michigan plus 8.5 was good to me.
We know what it's gonna be based off, y'all. Come on now.
He
Hey,
missed
I
the
feel him on
parlay.
that though. I feel him on that though. There's
But
certain players I
Texas,
like and do shit like that.
yeah,
Get it in my
Texas
parlay.
A&M, if they ain't making their shots, they ain't gonna win. That's why they struggle down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same reason St. John's went down today. They couldn't
I
make
don't
a
want to
shot.
talk about the St. John's game. Oh Lord.
I heard the officiating was bad in that. I didn't watch it, but I heard the officiating
Oh,
was
now
bad.
that makes sense. Because I should have won that whole sheet. That's the only team I missed.
St. John's.
Yeah.
It's the parlay.
St. John's killed. I had St. John's in the Final Four. Trust me. Yeah. 2 of my Final Four teams are gone already.
So,
Oh shit, I'm not that way, and I got 3.
but I will say
Well,
this.
if
You guys
Stats about 3
you
brackets,
guys can get ready for the boat ride next round because y'all ain't beating Auburn.
Well, let's start with
Why
you right
not?
now. I'm talking about it.
Why not?
He said, we
Let's
going
talk
Why
about
not?
So, you get a
Hold
preview
on
of
now.
the Michigan
Uh-uh.
versus Auburn game.
I'll
Why
take this
not?
one.
Yeah.
Why not?
Cause
No,
your guard,
let them start, Aaron. You finish off. Go ahead. Go ahead. Debate it.
because
Yeah, why not?
because your guards are garbage dumpster juice.
Dr. Juice.
Okay. So Golden and Wolf can play Broom. So now what?
Okay, let me ask you this: how that work against Michigan State this year?
Okay, so Donaldson or Gale can play good like they have been in the tournament.
And Auburn guards is better than Michigan State guards. So what we talking about?
They are.
It's one game. What are you talking about?
It was 2 games,
It's one game.
and y'all gave points against guards that shouldn't even give points to the low schools. So you think the NBA guards can do to y'all?
It's one game.
I do think it's over for him, though. I do. I think it's a wrap.
And Auburn,
Right
and
now,
just be real, Auburn ain't no slouches. They been
down Broom. We got a chance.
Auburn been whooping ass all year. So they ain't no bad team
But
at all.
they never met the front court that we have.
I mean, they have more than 2 players.
Yeah, they got a squad. They got a whole squad.
His name 2 players on the whole basketball team, and he think that he gonna win shit with that.
You can't tell me Broom ain't their player though.
He is a good player.
Yeah, everything runs through him because he
have guards.
He can pass,
They have guards
he can
too.
score, and he can rebound. He can do everything. I know he can.
They got guards too.
Okay, so one of our guards playing, both of our forwards play. We got a game.
If was everything, everybody be drunk.
All right, we might be drunk
Way
that
too,
game.
brother.
We might be drunk that game then. Hey, they didn't give us a chance versus Texas A&M. So
Who
how
did?
did
I
you
didn't give
know?
y'all a chance. I didn't give y'all a chance against Cal State or
Who didn't?
San Diego. I thought
I gave y'all a chance on both them games.
All right, we're gonna go as far as Wolf and
And
Gold.
Texas A&M ain't Auburn.
Exactly. I get that.
Not even close.
I get that. And Wolf has been struggling. Let's be honest. He hasn't been on his A+ game.
Also, didn't
He has an A+ game, and Wolf continues his A game. We'll be okay.
Okay, so now you just got 1.5 player then now.
Yeah, because Wolf. Ed, has Wolf been playing up to his potential? Let's be honest.
No.
Wolf.
No.
Wolf alone, has he been playing up to his potential? No.
I mean, you only had 2 bad games, brother.
You gotta watch out for. Okay, so I'm looking at Auburn's top scorers. It's
Mm-hmm.
Broom, Jelly,
Pettiford.
and Pettiford. Yeah, damn, my shit about to die.
Yeah, three guys, right?
Yeah.
Y'all 1.5 guy.
What's the score?
And I'm gonna let you chime in, man, on this, man. I know you itching over there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I can top the Just for Men Bowl, but hey, man, let me try.
What? What?
Yeah, the Just for Men Bowl. We know. We know. Anyways. Look, man. I'll say this. If for us to win that game, it's going to have to go through Vlad and Danny. They're going to have the best games that they've had this tournament. I just think, as you guys pointed out, there's just several points of attack that Auburn has. My concern is with Pettiford. Trey Donald. Here's the problem I have. Yes, our guards are garbage, but I very, very, very vehemently point out how bad they are defensively. That's what I've been pointing out all year long. They can't stop anybody. And I just see Taha Pettiford just kind of just dancing all over. Oh boy, I ain't got a name for him right now. And no, don't say his name.
We'll call him the Big Dom.
We just go call him the Big Dom. Yeah, but I don't. Realistically, man, being serious, I don't think Trey is going to be able to do much with Taha Pettiford. To be very real with you, I don't. The Broom versus Vlad matchup, we'll see how that goes. Danny, here's the thing though with Danny and struggles. Danny defers too much, man, and I think that's kind of by design. Unfortunately, Dusty's going to have to give them the green light. Look, man, our season rises and falls, and it rests on you guys. Trey Donaldson is not that good. If they can go out, I would like all the offense to be running through Danny. I don't care if Danny has 10 turnovers a game. If we're generating better offense than we would through Trey Donaldson, I don't like what Trey Donaldson gives us. And to be very honest with you, if you look at the Texas A&M game today, I don't like some of the chops that he took. I really don't. I mean, there's one possession where he gets, I believe, an and one finish with the left hand. I'm like, so dude, you have 2 open on the wing, so everything else but pass the ball, huh? You know what I'm saying? You're the one, and you've got a lane where you drew 2, or aren't you kicking out to the shooter instead of trying to shoot a hard layup at the rim? That once again we were lucky went in. That was things like that, man. He's not really a true playmaker at all. I don't like the threes he pulls up and just jacks. I just don't like Michigan's guards. Roddy Gale had the game of the year, probably the game of his career, to be very honest with you. And hopefully he builds off of this.
Ohio State.
Huh?
We still don't want him back at Ohio State. Y'all can keep
I mean, you didn't want him when he was there. He didn't play. And so it just goes to show the caliber of coach. And I'll give Dusty this credit, though. It goes to show the caliber of coach that Dusty is, man, because we're getting guys that really were throwaways at other schools, probably barring Wolf, who, he's always a stud and has been a stud for us this year. But outside of Wolf and Vlad, all those guys have been throwaways, man. Trey Donaldson didn't play at Auburn, because better guards are coming in. So to be very honest with you, I would like to see Trey Donaldson.
He was an Auburn guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I would like to see Trey Donaldson come in with a chip on his shoulder, man. You playing against your replacement, brother. It's, hey man, you the T1000, and that one is the Terminator 2 or whatever that goes, man. So hey, you need to come in with a chip on your shoulder and try to show them what it is, that they made a mistake and letting you go and not offering you at least the extra window in your dormitory, let alone NIL. But I don't know if that's going to happen. So
They definitely losing now. I
yeah,
forgot that little sad note of that. They definitely losing now.
so we'll see how this goes. Obviously, we're rooting for Michigan here. Can Michigan win?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, they may not, but it's like, can they win? Absolutely. But it's gonna have to go through the bigs. It's gonna have to go through the bigs. I don't see another Roddy Gale game. I don't see another. I don't see anything else like that. Realistically, man, my expectation, if they can go, and I know Drew, you and I have talked about this, if they can give us 10 points apiece, that's not going to happen. If those guys, if we can get 8 out of 3 of our guards, 8, and they run 8, because you're going to have to win this game defensively. They're not going to outscore Auburn.
No.
That's just not going to happen. They're going to have to win this game defensively.
I have a question y'all before we get into the Pistol talk.
What?
Ed, you got Michigan winning tomorrow? Yes or no?
Yes, I got to stick with my squad. Yes, and that's because that's the fan in me. The analyst in me says no, because I think the ultimate Achilles heel gets exploited. Here's the thing, right? And let me say this: Tahad Pettiford is a lottery pick.
You can't do that. You can't say the analyst in me say no and the fan in me. You got to pick one. You can't
Brother, man, it's called Kyrie. It's called context. Kyrie. It's called context.
I call him Kyrie.
It's called context.
This ain't a show for context. We just need.
As a man, I gotta add context. What I'm saying is, the analyst in me, I'm just keeping it like I know how to separate emotions and desires from facts and evidence.
No,
the analyst, okay, the analyst in me says Auburn, because once again, Tahad Pettiford is a lottery pick, man. I'm being honest right now.
Yes,
he comes off the bench, and he comes off the bench.
Yeah, and he's a lottery pick, and that's only because he's young. And Bruce likes experience, but he's too good not to play. Yeah. But Tahad Pettiford is a lottery pick, and Trey's going to have to lock him up. And do I believe in Trey Donaldson defensively? No, I don't. But do I believe in our bigs? I think we have the advantage with bigs against anybody in the nation. Period. And Janai Broom is another guy who's going to be an NBA player next year. But I believe
he's like a top 5, top 10 pick, bro.
According to Duke.
Yeah. Malawak is garbage.
Say it one time.
Malawak is garbage, and he needs to stay in school.
Okay,
he has no business anywhere near.
I was having a debate with a guy that said Duke big can contend with Michigan big. I said I can't go that far.
Cooper Flag is nice. So the kid is. There's nothing overrated about Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag and Wolf, they cancel each other out.
They're right big. There. Yeah, I would say that.
They cancel each other out.
At least on the collegiate level.
Yeah, level. We ain't there yet.
But Common Malawak. Let us play Duke, and I guarantee you, Vlad has 25 and 15 against Common Malawak. No, the kids stay in school. Kids stay in school. Stay in school. But back to the main point, he won't. You're right, man, but he needs to. He's not ready to play.
NIL bag at him.
That's a guy he'll be in the G League for 3 years until he finally gets waived in 2028 or 2029.
He's 7'2", so somebody gonna grab him because he's tall.
Garbage, trash. Thon Maker was 7'1", trash.
Yeah, I ain't say he was good.
He was also 50 years old too. Thon Maker lied about his age.
Yeah, he was. That dude was 35, coming into the league. But yeah, man, the analyst in me says no. The fan in me says yes, and I would even say the analyst on some level. I see the path to victory, but it's that we only have really one path to victory, and it goes through our bigs.
So you saying there is a chance? Rich
ain't not even on screen, bro. Is he there? No.
Okay. Hey. Uncle Drew, who you got winning this game tomorrow?
Oh.
DaeDae.
Auburn, because I had Michigan getting eliminated in the first round.
It's not tomorrow.
It's a Monday.
It's Monday. No. My bad.
No, it ain't Monday. It's
Friday.
It's the weekend. It's on the weekend. They don't have it on
Monday.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Tomorrow is the Michigan State game.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Friday because I think it's here in Atlanta.
Yeah, it
You
probably
guys
be
in
Friday.
Atlanta.
Go Friday, Saturday, and then you know how they go. Yeah.
I can tell you right now.
I don't know because I had them losing to UC San Diego, bro.
Of course,
And
that's just hating. That's just all that was.
man, it was a 12-5 matchup. It was one of them
Man, come
12-5
on,
matchups.
dog. Come on.
Yeah, they played Friday.
He hating, bro. Cause I
Yeah,
hate that.
that's just
I am
hating. I ain't
hating.
rolling
I
with
am
that.
hating.
And that game
Yeah,
was
all right,
close.
good.
That
At least
game
you
was
mad
close.
enough.
Let's keep it
At
real.
least you mad enough to admit it, dog. At least you mad enough to admit it.
Right.
I am hating.
I
Y'all
respect that, man.
y'all said we room for Michigan. No, we not.
I'll respect that. I'll respect
I can
that.
respect that. I can
They
respect that.
didn't like
But
look. You were hot, and it is what it is.
y'all have the biggest advantage in the tourney is the bigs, and I've been saying this for a while. Even the first time Michigan played Michigan State, you run through those two fucking big dudes in the middle right there. You run that fucking pick and roll and they execute it right, and Wolf stops fucking deferring. Yeah, bro, you guys can make a run. Because you said it earlier, he defers a lot, and I noticed a lot in that first game against UC San Diego. He got the ball quite a bit, and he was looking to pass like immediately. I'm like,
and I think that's by design, and I think he does that because the guy, and he does that, man, because he's a coach's player in the sense that and here's the thing with Danny. I think the NBA, Danny is one of those guys. Like Drew, you remember when we did our live, man? We talked about draft prospects about like last month. Danny is one of those guys like Andre Stojakovic, and I was telling you about. The NBA will really open him up. In the sense that once he gets an area where like, I need you to keep the ball a little bit more, I need you to be a little bit more selfish. That's really going to open him up as a player. I think the kind of the disjointed atmosphere of college basketball really doesn't fit Danny Wolf's game. Because realistically, man, and then especially with the schemes and the schemes that they have him running at Michigan, they use him as an offensive passing hub. And the truth is, the kid's got a deep offensive arsenal in general. Can go over each shoulder, post up. He's not soft. And you guys know how critical I am of bigs and not using their body. He's not soft. He bangs. He doesn't, he doesn't shy away from contact. He does look for it. He doesn't back down, and he plays defense. So I'm like, look, man, tomorrow, next weekend, kid, you need to be up there on the elbow. Give me the rock. Move out the way. Go to the dunker spot and go to work. That's what you need to do. And then Dusty needs to actually reinforce that. He needs to encourage his best player.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
We're gonna switch up. We're gonna go to a new topic.
What up,
March Madness.
Yeah.
Tennessee's beating the brakes off of UCLA right now.
I knew
Called it. Called it. How many points does Chaz Lanier have?
I know he had enough to clear my parlay, so let me.
Yeah, and he's gonna have more. He's gonna have more.
No, the game's about to be over.
How much has he got?
He's got, according to my fucking parlay, he's got 20.
So, okay, he let him off the hook. He could have 40 if he wanted
to. They were up big. They were up like
against those bums.
Like 25, 26 at one point.
Yeah.
Any other NCAA news before we switch? Let's talk about some Lions real quick.
And poultry guards at UCLA, man. Please. Some of them could be at GRCC too.
All right. I know this next topic is about to be a hot one. And I put us on the screen because I feel it's gonna be like me and DaeDae versus Ed and Uncle Drew. You feel me? I really feel like this. I feel like it's just. Wait. And I'm gonna start off with I'm gonna say the visiting team. All right, DaeDae.
Okay.
But the question is, where are you putting Brad Holmes? Is Brad Holmes?
I'm glad I rolled up for this time.
Man, listen, DaeDae, that's why I say the piece of my because I know it's gonna be some bullshit. I'm gonna start with you, Ed, and then we get to Uncle Drew.
Okay.
All right.
Easy work. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. Hey, Drew, you might be able to sit this one out, man. Hold on.
Okay.
Who won it first?
Go ahead. Tell me. Is Brad Holmes cooking?
Yep. Sure is. And it depends on what your definition of cooking is. If it means making smart moves that actually make sense. No, like I said, man. It depends on what you think is cooking. making smart moves, etc. Absolutely. Or going after mid-level talent in one of the worst free agencies that we've had, in recent years. Sure, man. If that's what you want the guy to do, go ahead, bro. If you want Troy Weaver to be the GM of the Detroit Lions, by all means, go ahead. Let's sign mid-level bums. Let's sign non-difference making aging players. Let's sign guys who are often hurt. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then also, man, he ain't cooking, but we got a complete upgrade at the cornerback position for cheaper. DJ Reed is better than Carlton. Let's keep it a solid beam. All right, y'all. Go ahead, man. Who are we? I just want to know, man. If we say he ain't cooking, who should we have paid? Who? Who should we have paid, man? It amazes. This is the Jade. Look, watch this, Drew. This is the Jaden Ivey debate with guys like Devin Booker talk about. It's always, man. We should upgrade in talent, but we don't want to give up anything to get it. And then you see how serious people are when the deal is available. That they won't actually want to do it or pull the plug or pull the trigger on it, man.
So let me pause you right there. So you telling me you agree with the Marcus Davenport resign?
Why not? He's a depth piece.
Oh man, you fucking lost already. You lost already. What the
He's
fuck?
a depth piece. What do you mean? He's a depth piece.
A depth piece that don't play. So how the fuck is he a depth piece if he's not on the field?
Brother, man, what depth plays? Brother, he's a third string player.
What?
He's a third string player.
They got you signed. What are you talking about? He was a starter last year when he was on the depth chart. He wasn't a third string player.
Is he going to start next year, bro?
Right now, who's going to start him at that position? This is what I'm talking about with Brad Holmes. What has he done? Who's going to start him with Marcus Davenport right now?
Yeah, anybody who they sign, trust me. He ain't starting next year.
Nobody. That's the thing. He
That's
signed
the fucking
nobody
thing,
in the
bro.
edge room.
Once again.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait. No, stay here. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Trust me, dog. You ain't got a sub for me until 1 minute left in the quarter. This is easy work. Continue, Bandit. Continue. No, go ahead. Continue, bro. Continue. Because I want to know this. Let me ask you this: who do we sign instead of re-signing Davenport? Who do we sign? And how much money do you pay him? No. Huh? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? You can re-sign him for cheaper, brother. Nobody's picked up Zed.
He ain't signed back with us too. Obviously, he's not gonna sign back with us.
So hold on. Drew, let me ask you, what does that say about Za'Darius, man? Crickets, weed smoke. That's all I get.
They got 11 million back for him.
Hey, chill out. Why you talking shit about weed?
Hold
up,
money.
So once again, let me ask you this: as opposed to re-signing Davenport, who would you have targeted, and how much do you pay them, and for how many years?
I wouldn't. No. I didn't say that in the pause.
No. Remember, we Detroit. Remember though, we Detroit. We don't want context. I asked a straight up black and white question: who would you have signed as opposed to signing Marcus Davenport? And how much money and how many years?
I would have paid Darius to stay.
You put a pay Darius to stay, brother.
I re-signed Davenport.
How much money you paying Darius?
What was his contract?
No. You got to know his contract. How much money? I support Davenport getting re-signed, so I don't have to come up with a figure for Za'Darius. I'm fine with Za'Darius getting released. How much money?
You find who? Okay, I've heard enough of this nonsense. It's my turn.
It was 11 million cap penalty.
Exactly.
We're not understanding.
Exactly. Do y'all know the league, man? Do y'all know the league? Is Za'Darius Smith worth an $11 million cap hit?
What are we not understanding?
What he's second?
I asked a flat out question: is Darius Smith worth an $11 million cap hit? Yes or no?
But he's second in our team in sacks last year.
Is Darius Smith worth $11 million cap hit?
Yes, because with the way the cap has gone up, that
it came back in half.
Brother man. Like I said, you can still re-sign Za'Darius for cheaper than what you would have re-signed him. This is, bro. You have an entire off season to continue to build. We act like we have to get. Hold on, man. We act like we have to get this done in a span of 2 to 3 weeks.
Who's on the market for him to do it now?
Brother man, make smart signings. There's plenty of solid athletes out there. Get who Brad wants in his system. That's what you do. That's what you get. Get some depth. Get some guys.
Edges, we're fucking signing every corner under 5 feet tall, bro.
Okay, what does it matter if you're under 5 feet tall? Look at the numbers and the production.
We got
what does it matter if you're
fucking cornerback room.
Okay, all right. What's the game?
Room. I love the room. But I'm just saying, like, they're all small and short. Like, I don't know.
Can they play? Can they play?
It doesn't matter how tall you are.
Darrell Revis was 5'10", Hall of Fame. Ed Reed was 5'10", Hall of Fame.
Amik's what, like 5'7", 5'8"?
Can he play?
Small.
Can he play? Let me ask you all this: are we signing bums?
No, like I like the DJ Reed.
Like I said, Uncle Drew, you ain't got to phone in, bro. Relax. Relax.
I don't mind the Davenport signing really because of the value. It's only really like a $2-3 million deal.
What you say? Like, repeat that, my friend. Repeat that, my. Hold on, whoa. No, your boy turned on you. Your boy turned on you.
No,
easy, yes.
No.
Y'all saw that live. Y'all saw that live. Uncle Drew, bro. No. OG. What I tell you, man? I told you it was easy work. I told you it was like.
Hoboken.
No,
man, look, yes. Now we hating. Now we.
You're reading me wrong because I like.
Oh yeah.
Brad's not cooking, but he's putting ingredients in. Like he's got his salt, his peppers, his oregano, his onion powder, garlic powder. He's got all that in there.
Can I ask a question?
I don't know.
Do you think he's putting quality ingredients in?
No,
yes or no?
He's putting quality ingredients in certain parts of the recipe.
No, bro. No, that's not what you said. Do you yes or no think he's putting in quality ingredients?
The water part of the recipe, spring water, natural spring water is what it's called.
So can I ask you a question, man? So as a chef myself, right? I cook in segments. So I target a certain thing first, get that prepared. Then I target another thing first, get that prepared. And once you actually finish making the dish and making the makeup of what goes in the dish, you put it in the oven to bake.
Is it safe to say that Rakestraw was kind of like they don't really believe in Rakestraw with how many corners they've been signing?
No, that's not what it is.
No, that's not what it is at all.
Man, I don't know about that, bro. You spent a second round pick on this guy. You just went out and signed fucking 3 more corners this offseason?
Depth.
There's depth.
Dude, we got completely decimated by injuries. We're making quality signings.
Y'all forget about that.
So you're complaining.
They had 21 injuries last year.
I'm not complaining.
Trust me, bro. Relax. Trust me. You good, dog. You good. So you good. Well, I'll go after the ringleader. So we're talking about the guys he's signing for depth when we got completely decimated by injuries. This is why we don't have a Super Bowl right now. We had to sign guys who were working at supermarkets because we were that hurt. See what I'm saying? We had to sign guys that weren't even really NFL players and on practice squads had not played a snap of real NFL football because we did not have the depth in place already. And he is shoring up our
Brad cooked when he did that. Shout out to Brad for doing that. We understood you.
Oh man. So now that he's taking care of that, can the man breathe and get some time to pivot to target something else?
What is there for him to go out? Who is that? Give me a name of a player Brad can go seriously sign on fucking in free agency in the edge room right now. Because right now my edge room is fucking Marcus Davenport, Josh Pascal, Aiden Hutchinson, and that's about it.
Okay.
And Levi, Levi plays inside and outside, so you kind of include Levi in that. That is a booty ass room outside of Hutch.
Really?
That room is fucking dog shit on the bottom of a week-old shoe, bro.
Didn't address our weakest link of the team.
What's that?
It's the fucking opposite edge.
Okay, so let me guess. Who do you hold on, man? Who do you sign in this boozy free agency class? And how much do you give them and how many years? I've been asking that question for 10 minutes and nobody's giving me an answer. Who do you sign? Give me a name.
I got a guy like, I've been told by certain people that these guys aren't scheme fits, but they're bodies at this point. So this is my thing. You could have gone and got Ojulari, who signed a 1-year, $4 million.
Okay.
You get Judon.
$4 million deal.
Hey, can I say one thing? You don't like Davenport. You don't like Davenport too for injuries, right? What's
Ojulari got hurt last year.
He got hurt year before that too. He gets hurt every year.
Cool.
Not as bad as
Davenport.
Ojulari misses games.
Not as bad as Davenport.
To the season. Davenport misses seasons, bro.
What did he do last year? He played 4 weeks. He played 4 weeks. The other 6 weeks. Come back again another 8 weeks.
Exactly.
He played half the season last year, and then right after the trade deadline, he got hurt.
Exactly.
I remember that because he was a trade target. Or
Okay,
we gave
so
Josh Uche some money. He signed like a 1 year, like
You want Josh
$4
Josh
Uche?
Uche.
He's
Their
horrible.
you guys are not understanding this. Their bodies. We don't have any
So depth,
fucking bodies in
depth,
the D room.
depth. So
We
do you
don't
want
have
bodies?
that. We
Hold on.
barely
Do you
have a
want
starting
bodies or
D in.
impact players?
Better than
Do you
Davenport.
want bodies or
I
impact
want
players?
bodies at this point. At this point,
So
I
we
want
just
fucking
hold on,
bodies.
wait,
So
Drew.
Davenport
When
an
I was
impact
making
player.
the point, hold on. When I was making the point that what he's addressing is the bodies he wants, the depth, right? They were talking
Right.
about they wanted an impact player. Now that we talking about there's no
I
impact
was
players,
never in the
they
boat.
want
Brad was
bodies.
gonna go sign to. I never
Never
said
said
no.
bodies.
See, that's the thing. I didn't get to speak at the beginning.
Your boy did.
I'm not out. I wasn't out here
I didn't say
thinking that
bodies.
Brad. I wasn't out here thinking that Brad was gonna go drop the bag on a pass rusher. Hell no, that's not what Brad does.
Right.
He could have at least got some fucking bodies in that edge room, and he did
Okay.
not.
How long?
He
How
did
long does he
not do
have?
that.
How long does he have to do this? How long does he
There's
have to sign
nobody
guys that
out
they
there
like?
that's even worth being a body at this point in the free agency.
In
It's not.
your opinion, does
What Brad's gonna have to do?
does Brad and the coach feel that way?
Brad, obviously, because they haven't signed a single fucking.
Oh,
team.
okay. So therefore, now let me ask you this: do you or do you not believe in Detroit's leadership from coach, from
Not as
front
much
office
as
to coach?
everybody.
Yes or no?
Coach, yes. Front office, not so much.
So do you think Brad is doing what he wants to do? So do you think Brad is doing what he wants to do, or do you think he's actually working with his coach?
Like Brad's doing what he wants to do.
I don't think that DaeDae.
Exactly. See, this is what I'm saying. This is bruh. I gotta tell you, I get what did Jigga say? I give them enough rope to put themselves in the air. I just kick away the chair. It cannibalizes itself. These dudes contradict it. This is a debate, right? Just give us the belt, man.
Yeah.
No.
Y'all can't even agree on the point.
I threw the belt with
Okay,
DaeDae
so-
fucking shirt
okay.
on me. I already threw the belt. The belt gone.
Hold on, wait, hold on.
Jay went out.
I admit it.
Y'all can mail me the belt. Y'all can mail. I'll mail us the belt. Hey, look.
This ain't over with.
DaeDae, you left me, bro. Like,
No, I didn't leave you,
That's
bro.
the mission of
We're
defeat,
still on
right?
the same
Ring the
side.
bell, ding, ding, ding.
No,
That's Tank
no.
Davis. You took a knee.
No,
You
just
took a
because
knee.
I said the Davenport
Tank
was a good
Davis.
signing does not mean I. No,
you said you
Brad's
didn't
not
mind the
coaching.
Davenport signing.
I don't.
Yeah, Drew. What I tell you, bro?
I
You hit
don't.
me with that, bro.
This was a
You know
Hey,
why?
Drew,
Because he's
Drew.
a fucking body.
Drew. This
In
was an
that
Ed
room.
master class. Remember that?
No, nah, bro. No.
Y'all can't even. Y'all beefing with each other. I'm sitting up here dapping my boy up top. We 350 miles away. I'm dapping my boy up top.
Captain. You gotta let me fly on this one.
You know, nah, you ain't with it. No.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was decent. That was decent.
But Brad has to nail this draft. This is the most important draft in Brad's
Right.
since he's been
So,
here.
I would agree with that. No, this is what I'm saying. Clearly, I believe he's working once again with his coach. They think they like guys in the draft better than the constantly. Once again, this is the most boozy free agency class we've had in a while. We're not overpaying any of these scrubs. Everybody else gets signed for a depth piece. Davenport, as I said, is probably not going to start. I guarantee you they target his position in the Trust me. I guarantee you.
Bet
No,
week one
trust me.
Davenport starting.
Okay,
Bet it.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Bet it.
Watch this.
Bet it.
If he
Mr.
starts
Parlay,
week
you
one,
heard it
hold on,
here.
let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish, man. If he starts week one, I guarantee you it's just to parlay a younger guy into a
But I
spot.
bet if he start week one, he'd be injured by week 3.
Hey, look, and they'll have a guy that they drafted for that. He ultimately he is a depth piece, man. He's a space filler. He's a space filler. That's what he is. I guarantee you, they see guys in the draft that they like better than the guys that they had on the market. And let's be real. All these other guys that we want to target, like Uche, Bumche, those are damaged goods,
last year, bro.
not worth the money. Period.
Young. They're both young. That's the thing with Uche. He's only 26 years old.
Yeah, he
bro.
was
Who cares?
Bro.
Huh?
He was a starter last year, bro.
Who cares?
All right.
What team he was on?
Detroit Lions.
You on Detroit Lions? Uche?
I said Davenport.
Uche.
Oh,
Okay,
Davenport.
what team? I'm asking you what team
Uche,
Uche
I'm
was
trying
on
to
last
tell
year?
you.
I don't know.
Uche
Okay,
got-
so let's ask you a question. No, watch this. He was a
Uche
starter
started on
last
the
year, right?
Patriots and got traded to Kansas City.
So hold on, wait. Can I ask you a question? He was the starter last year, right? And then this is the final nail in the coffin, and they can go ahead and just give us our belt because he was a starter last. Yeah, hold on, it was a starter last year, right?
The Undertaker. I'm sitting up
Oh,
by that.
go ahead. You can come. You can
Fuck.
resurrect. You can resurrect all you want. That's fine. Be the Undertaker, but you sure died tonight. Now,
Nah, they're not,
like I
dude.
said, bro. Hold on. Wait. Let me address your tag team partner. So, Bandit, you said Davenport was a starter last year, right?
Unfortunately.
Weeks, and then he got
Okay.
hurt.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
What's up?
What was the Detroit Lions record last year with him as a starter?
Bro, that don't even. Wait.
1-1.
It wasn't all because of Marcus Davenport that we was fucking goddamn what?
Right.
No.
Can't even count that. That ain't no nail in the coffin.
They was top 5 in defense. We played.
Let me
They
just
was
grab
top 5
the
in
drill.
defense.
I told you, bro. I told you I was
just
like
came up with.
Undertaker sitting up
Man,
out of that, bro.
Let me grab the drill and screw that screw. You got me fucking reverse. There ain't no way you should try to put us our record because we had Davenport.
Brother, he was top 5 and they was top 5 in defense when he played.
Man, you forgot. You
played for 2, maybe 3 games.
Did Drew just tell the truth or did he not?
No.
Oh my God. You look like he a bum, man.
Because during that time when Michael Davenport was out there, Aiden Hutchinson
was he's a bum.
Best motherfucking goddamn.
How is are you seriously? How is Davenport not a bum?
Right.
Are you serious?
Tell me how he's a bum. With no feelings involved. Tell me how you a bum.
Healthy, never.
That don't make him a bum.
That don't make him a bum.
That don't make him a bum.
Not make him a bum.
On the field.
Not make him a bum.
On the field.
We all
on
said
the
on the best ability and availability. You're not available.
Drew. Bandit rambling about something else. They try to make this point. They're not even on the same page. But this is embarrassing, y'all.
Mind, bro. You
this
is
you don't pay your teammate no mind. I thought that's what it was.
Match, you got to put us both in the coffin. You put him in the coffin. I ain't in that bitch yet.
Oh, now they leaving each other.
I got my floaties on.
Got up out that motherfucker.
I got my bum water. Got my floaties on. I was answering Drew and he was answering you. It's like when we all four in the ring.
I know you were answering anybody, bro.
I was answering you because you said what was our record when Davenport was on the fucking field when he was hurt.
I don't care, so I didn't say that.
Like this man was trading like 3 or 4 sacks a fucking game when he was out there. He had a half a fucking sack.
So what's good? Was he good enough to start on a defense? Hold on, man. Was he good enough to start on a defense that was top 5 in the NFL? Yes or no?
Bro,
for the first.
No, but you gonna have to. It doesn't matter. If he, hold on, man. Wait. Let me ask you this: if he did not get hurt, if he did not get hurt,
back to the season, and our defense
okay, go ahead, speak.
Top 5 the previous year, the year before that.
What are we talking about the year before, brother? We talking about last year.
Because you said a top 5 defense. If you want to give him credit for starting on a top 5 defense, you have to look back at the previous year.
No, I don't.
Their ranking. Yes,
no, I don't. That's like saying that's like saying I have to use Kobe Bryant's rookie stats to analyze him as an all-time player. That's the most ridiculous argument I've ever heard, man. So I have to go back to the beginning of somebody's. Are you kidding me?
How are you going to say he started on a top 5 defense when he played 2 weeks?
Can I ask you a question, man?
To that top 5
can I ask you a question? Is Cade Cunningham a top 10 guard in the NBA?
Can't play more than
okay, hold on, no, but he can't be because last year his team was 14-68. See what I mean? That's asinine.
He wasn't.
That argument is asinine.
What?
Hey, Bandit, let me ask you a question. Okay.
Wait, time out.
What? Hold on.
What?
So hold on. This is the logic they use, Drew. Hold on. This is the logic they use. In order to evaluate whether he was good enough to start on a top 10 defense, this is the logic they used. I have to, for whatever reason, go back years and years. The year before. No, hold on, man. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Not years and years.
You said the previous season, right? It's what this season that just passed?
Oh, the year before he started.
Why?
Because you want to say he started on a top 5 defense. We were not a top 5 defense.
Yes, we was.
Yes, we were.
Yes, we was.
Week one, we were not a top 5 defense.
Yes, we was. Yes, we was. Yes, we was.
Because nobody had rankings.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. The Cowboys was on give before it was a game. What are you talking about?
Not at the beginning of the game, though. At the beginning of the game,
the
players started.
Who averaged 40 at the beginning of the game?
Bro, they had a top 5 defense. Before he got 40.
Week 1,
that's why defense every week it got worse and worse, and then
No, they weren't.
Yes, they was.
All right.
Week 1,
I watched
first
it.
quarter, 15 minutes.
I had him.
Week 1,
I had him on my fantasy
15
team.
minutes on the quarter, and they're automatically a top 5 defense from the very
They
start.
were
of the
a top
game?
5
No,
defense.
bro. That's what I'm getting at.
When
Call
they
stats.
had him, Hutch,
I get
and the league
stats. The
all at
stats
the same
come
time,
after the
wasn't
game.
nobody running on them, and they pass defense was way better.
You act like that didn't continue the rest of the year when he was fucking hurt.
It didn't continue. Why the defense got worse and worse? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
What are you talking
Because
about?
Hutch got hurt. Because Hutch got hurt. Aleem got hurt. Not because of Davenport.
Okay, I'm coming to your question. Hold on. I'm coming to your question. Before Hutch got hurt, when Hutch still was in the game, what was that defensive rank?
You had no.
No. That's a question.
No, man.
I have no idea what you're talking about. They were still top 10
games.
defense at that point.
No, 2 games. Before he went to the game, he got hurt in Dallas that week. What was their defensive rating?
Davenport went on his fucking team then.
You ain't answering the question,
How
brother.
does that matter?
It does matter. You just said the defense was good until Hutch got hurt. So I said before Hutch got hurt, what was the defense ranking?
Dig a hole. Bury yourself.
Run
You
defense.
can't answer that.
Run defense. They was still,
I'm just saying that's the question.
they still was a top run defense.
I said defensive pass, the whole defense.
What the pass defense had to do with the line? We're not talking about. We're talking about the fucking D line. We're not talking about.
Hey, Jay, I feel, I feel sorry for you, dog, because
hold on, bro.
You came with the fire. Your boy dropping the ball, man. You're getting costed right now.
The D line ain't got nothing to do with pass defense. Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
hey, Drew, look at Dave's face. He know he getting costed right now. He getting costed. This is embarrassing.
The D line is the start of the defense from the run game to the pass game, so it does matter. What are you saying, brother?
Hey, Bandit, dog. Hey, look. Let me tip my hat to Dae, dog. You did the best you could, but my God,
they say he done.
You got costed.
My headphones died.
They like, look, I got it slow, bro. Hey, man, I got it slow.
Y'all fit my words, man.
Hey, look. Now you say we fit his words, nah. Hey, Bandit. Everybody in YouTube heard you, Bandit.
Man, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad, bro. That's bad, bro.
Hey, Bandit, we on YouTube, Bandit. They heard you, Bandit.
Look at OG. Shout out to Turner Burley. You know what happened? That was belt to butt right there.
Oh, man. I don't even want to talk Pistons no more.
Yeah, come on, we got to. We got to. The show ain't over.
I'm gonna roll out, bro. I'm done for the night. I'm gonna roll out.
Go ahead, dog. We appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, DaeDae, man. I finished.
All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later.
Yes, sir. Get some rest, man. Get some rest.
Hey, email me your address. I'm gonna ship that belt to you too. Oh God.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll send it to you. I appreciate it. That's my belt. That's my belt.
They like, I'll be back.
Then you traded on me again. I don't even want to hear that, man.
Dog, he ain't had no choice, man. That was rough, bro.
If anything, you lost us the belt, bro. So
hey, bro.
Yo, you quit on me early, bro.
Nah, I was climbing the ladder, about to grab it.
I'm gonna message you later on, bro.
Bro, look. The 3-1-3 equals victory. Yes.
Later, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's get to this talk, man.
Let's go.
Now people want to comment and shit. It ain't even funny, man.
Bow out gracefully and say face. OG, we appreciate that. OG, we appreciate Lamar, y'all got a YouTube. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, look, I swear. When I looked over at DaeDae over there, so I'm like, man.
We should have rehearsed that. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, y'all should have. Y'all ain't have no team cam, bro.
Oh man, ain't fucking with y'all, man. my bedtime. Anyway.
Bro, y'all start arguing with each other, bro.
Let's talk about this, man. Some other time.
Good.
Let's talk about this Pistons win with K hit the game winner, man.
Yeah, play that video.
Him, of course, preparing for a switch. Bam fights through the screen. Cunningham gets the ball against Bam. Pulls up for the win. Got it! Detroit basketball with the lead with 0.6 to go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Uncle Drew. Your thoughts on the game?
I ain't heard nobody say this yet, but that was a superb out of bounds play call.
Sure was.
And a good execution by Cade.
Thank you, OG.
Because the defender thought he was going to cut to the basket, and he just pulled up on him so quick. He couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I took it. It was a superb play call.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
Piggyback on what Drew said, man. Absolutely, not only is a good play call. It's finally something we should have been doing in more games this season. Get the ball into the best player's hands. You live with what he creates. All this, drawing up stuff and lobs and all that. That's great and all, man. But the bottom line is you got an all-star. Get the ball in his hands, and then you live with what you get, and then you see what he gives you when you finally let him actually pull up the game winner. But I also, man, shouts out to K. K got fouled 3 times on that possession. K got fouled 3 times on that out of bounds, man. And it's clear as day. Kept his composure, got to the ball. Just like Drew said, he thought he was going to try to hit the lanes. I think what happened is, if you look at Cade's pull-up, Cade is best with his pull-up game when he's got the right to left crossover and pulls up. I think he thought Cade was going to pull up, try to hit the right to left and then pull up there, but Cade just, went elevated and knocked it down. So, shout out to Cade, game winner, clutch. Took care of business, and then that's what you get. That's what you get when you put the ball in the best player's hands.
Sure. We're talking about this risky game, though. Still hurt over that whole debate, man. Pistons lost to Mavericks 117-23, man. What went wrong in this game, man?
Like, 2 things. So, one of my consistent bugaboos that I've been talking about, and this has been my only criticism of JB. Outside of that, I think he's the coach of the year, but none of us are perfect, right? Our rotations did not make any sense. Why did we have both Ron Holland and Asar on the bench? That baffles me. That baffles me. I don't understand that. Did not make any sense to me. Tobias was getting burnt all night defensively. And
putback, man, it was so bad, man. We talked about that too.
It was bad. We had no defense on the floor. And here's the thing: your only good perimeter defender on the floor in that lineup was Cade Cunningham, but yet you're asking the world out of him offensively as well. And then Cade had several clutch defensive plays there, and yet nobody else it came down to the fact nobody else could make a play. Nobody else could make a play. And then because of how jumbled everything was up, you couldn't even get the ball to Duran on the inside for him to be able to make anything out of it. So I think JB, one thing that he has to work on as a coach, end of game management. I think that is something that he does really have to work on, because we've seen this before, and to be very honest with you, it's come up enough times to where I'm like, JB, you really got to take a look at this, because there's several games I think we've lost. And I pointed them out on previous recordings. I'll name one right now. The Hornets, the game against Charlotte, botched completely, and it goes back to end of game management because we had the wrong person on the floor. That's one point. Then second, I think the elephant in the room kind of has to be addressed here. That this is why I've said in previous, lives or whatnot, and videos that we've done, that we cannot get too attached to these role players on this team, because something that's been exploitable, and then it reared its ugly head last night. Currently, as constructed, the Pistons do not have a 3-and-D player. We don't have a 3-and-D wing at all. We don't have one single guy on the team that can actually be counted on to lock down a man and spread the floor. We have to address that this off season. We have to. This is why I'm certainly not against not re-signing guys like Beasley, because when they play too many minutes, this is what happens. Malik was getting targeted and farmed last night. And if anybody wants to deny that, go watch the game. That you just tell me if we're denying that, you're telling me you didn't watch the game or you don't know what you're looking at. Malik was
over that one.
Bro, man, ankles took. And it was so bad he couldn't guard a guy that played majority of his year in the G League. Was that Brandon? Was it Brandon Goodwin or Johnson or whatever his name was, man? That kid is not really is a fringe NBA player at best. And he can't guard him. He can't even guard him on an out of bounds play when he comes from half court and back cuts. Malik doesn't even know where his man is. And he gets to the rack. That's what really sealed the game. And Malik could not guard. He got targeted on purpose. And the thing is, guys, we've seen this story before. We saw this in the Kings game, the one that J.I. hit the game winner. Well, what do we say? We need to watch these games so we can have proper context. We needed a game winner to win that game because J.I. couldn't guard. That's my concern with some of these guys that, some of the fandom is so in love with. Whatever, and we've heard the excuse before. Well, we really can't play defense in the NBA. Well, let me tell you something. Whatever defense you can play, those guys don't play it. Those guys don't play it. And this is what I'm saying, to where when we get guys like Bees that have to play 30-plus minutes a game, etc., man, this is what can't happen. We need to get some 3-and-D wings in here. Yeah, that's what we really need to do.
Beasley was right there skating around. He was on roll bounce, bro.
He can't and couldn't guard anybody. I saw. What's up, Drew? I saw a couple guys that actually like and respect in Detroit media say a few things about it, man. Anything that was letting Malik Beasley off the hook, yes, I did. I did say we had overall the wrong personnel out there. But here's the issue: as I said, going forward, I do believe we do need to address this weakness with Detroit's makeup currently, because right now, our biggest weaknesses, our biggest problem is on this team. And if we can address this, I think we can be a top 3 force in the East. We have to always exchange offense for defense or vice versa. We don't have one lineup to where we're not losing something to an extreme measure on one end. If we go defensively, we can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? If we go all in defensive, we can't shoot. If we go all in offensive, we can't defend. And what we saw was the latter last night. Nobody can competently hold defense. And so I know we really have to address that. As I said, I've mentioned guys we could target before. I personally think Dante DiVincenzo would be a really good get for us to target in the trade, free agency, guys like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, something like that. We really need an elite defender that can spread the floor. We really need to get that.
Drew.
What are we talking about?
Pistons game last night.
Oh, okay. My bad. I got distracted with my girl that called. My bad.
You straight.
You straight.
So they just played they played real bad on the stretch for real, man. I just was like, damn, man. Well, I just took it as it was just a bad game. That's how I took it, I really look at it. I think they're gonna play better next game. I just think they came out too flat.
Mm-hmm.
They all did, including K. They all just came out flat.
Mm-hmm. I think they underestimated Dallas a little bit as well.
That too.
Yeah.
And I think that's still a characteristic of a young team.
Exactly. Everybody veterans, yeah.
Yep. And to be very honest with you, this is kind of my frustration with some of our vets, man. It's so for instance, man, THJ is out with an ankle injury. Get well soon, brother. Here's my concern. Like I just made the point. Beasley's gonna have to play. Beasley might have to start. He's gonna be playing Sasser. Whatnot. Another guy, he was a good defender in college. I think he kind of struggles to defend at the NBA level defensively. So we're going to really see, they're going to have to really band together. They're going to have to really be on assignment. They're going to have to really be holding accountable. There's a stretch. There's a scene when, do you remember when they had the inbounds play? It was under a minute left in the game, and Beasley goes that he fouls. He sends I think his name is Brandon Johnson or something like that. The young man who I'm pretty sure is in the G League, the Mavs just signed. He goes that he fouls him. Schroeder was cussing him out. Like, bro, why would you foul him that quick? And he's right about that. Like, defensively, you remember that, right? Like, defensively, this is basic stuff, man. This is high school level sets, man. This is high school level defensive, execution down the stretch. Bees struggles to do that. And my thing is that if you're going to play minutes, bro, you have to be, once again, channel your inner Kawhi. Why is he in the game? If he can't guard, why is he in the game? And when it's that bad, it does need to be spoken about. You know what I'm saying? That right there, that's kind of our only option. That's the only option JB really has. And we've seen that before. Right now, we kind of got too many guys that either can't shoot or can't defend. And I do agree with Drew. Bad game. I don't think we took them seriously enough. I don't care. And see, this is the thing. Those are trap games. You see, when you're young like that, you fall for those trap games.
Yeah.
That team over there is so injured and dilapidated that they get one more injury, they would have to forfeit this game
Yeah.
because they're so capped out. They're so capped out, and this is for another conversation. This is why we shouldn't just be giving willy-nilly contracts, but they're so capped out, and also is relevant to our Detroit Lions talk we just had,
Bro,
y'all.
you got me. You got me. I admit when I was wrong. You feel me? I learned something today. You feel me?
Okay, but they were so capped out. Dallas is so capped out. They can't sign anybody else.
Nope.
So they get one more injury. They're forfeiting games until somebody gets hurt, until somebody gets healthy. And so I think they looked at that. They thought this was easy pickings. Whoever was available came out with some fire. And look, man, we underestimated these guys. Look, you got to. I don't care if their big hitters are mostly hit. You're still starting Klay Thompson. You're still starting an NBA champion. You're still starting Spencer Dinwiddie, somebody who's been something in this league. You know, PJ Washington, a very solid player. You know, Dwight Powell, he's been in the playoffs majority of his career. So you're still starting some guys that can play. So we did not come out with the right fire. We got complacent. I think it's a good lesson for them. But I do say on a grander scale that this is something we do have to look at, especially going into this off season. As I said, we can't really get too attached to some of these guys to where, because there are improvements that can be made. And some of these things, I think just action has to be taken. You can't just wait till some of these guys magically spot a jump shot or some of these guys improve defensively. One thing I'll say this, the certain guys just can't defend, man. Beasley's never going to be a good defender. He's a willing defender, I'll give him that. He tries, but he's not good. I even say Jay Ivey's a willing defender. For real, I think Jay Ivey works very hard. He's just not a good defender at all. It's just something that's not him. That's why I think his future should be as a sixth man. Because I don't think he's good enough to go to be a starting level 2 guard. And I also think he'll never be the kind of, superstar level scorer to where you can look past his defense. You get what I'm saying? And he's kind of stuck in that limbo. For anybody, I think is just looking at it objectively. So I think we kind of saw a little bit of that last night, and I think it needs to be addressed because this is also something that we have to look at for the playoffs. We've got to be able, guys have got to do a little bit better job defensively, especially if they're going to play big minutes.
Julie, your thoughts before we head out of here?
Yeah, they gotta play better down the stretch. For real, man. That was bad, man.
Mm-hmm.
And also to go with that, the Johnson guy, he actually kind of solid. He actually been playing pretty well for them since they got him. So him and the other guy, what's his name? I always talk about. I can't think of his name right now.
G. Marshall.
Yeah, I love his game.
Yeah, I liked him too. I wanted him last season, this off season, but we signed Beasley instead.
He's a good solid player. He does everything. So I like that. Then stop making these dumb takes about these Lions, man.
Hey.
He waved the white flag, bro.
I learned today maybe I should just host. You feel me?
Yeah, brother. That might be your best bet, brother.
You wild.
You feel me? You just do all the background work and everything else. Like just ask the questions, just sit here and listen and learn. You feel me?
Hey, to Bandit's point, he does all the effects and does all the setups for the video. So he's clearly talented. He's clearly cold with that. Elite even.
I give you all that. You definitely cold with that.
If your production company is looking for somebody to produce, shout out to my boy Bandit. He'll give you his real government.
What, Neil Green Sr.?
Shout out, because he does all this stuff, man. Tip my hat to you, brother. Couldn't do none of this without Bandit, man. Real talk. Much love, bro.
That's real talk.
Hey, put me in my place today. I'm gonna send you that, bro. You're gonna give me that, bro. I'm gonna need it back in weeks, though.
I got some business for you too, Bandit. I got somebody that want to mess with you too.
For sure, let me know. All right, before we head out here, man, we got to do what we always do. Shout out to the 251 people that's watching, man. Shout out to the people that was in the comments, man. If you could do us a favor, man, please hit that subscribe button, man. Detroit Fan Report on YouTube, and follow us on X at Detroit Fan Report. Also, man, Uncle Drew, let them know where they can find you at, man.
You can find me on Andrew Love on Facebook. That's where I'm at right now. So that's holler at me. Me and Ed got the show coming real soon because Facebook been hating on us, but we gonna figure it out.
It's very.
Ed, let them know where they can find you at.
You can find me at Ed Robinson on the book right now. That's my only line of social media, and I like to keep it like that until we get on the tool. But yeah, man, you can also find us in the D313XP. As our brother Drew said, Facebook been hating on us. We don't know what's going on with that. not the only time, but hey, man, we know how to take a hint. So hey, we're gonna pivot in a different direction. You know, stay tuned on YouTube. We will be launching something big coming up.
You also can find them Mondays right here, man. On
This is true.
Man, you know.
I guess by default, I'm the Monday host. I have to accept that now.
Ooh. Man, I appreciate everybody watching, man. Like I said, man.
Appreciate you having us, bro.
But man, follow us on the team. Make sure y'all follow their shows, man. DaeDae, man, we took an L. We live and we learn, though. You feel me? We live and we learn. That's it, man. Everybody have a good night, man. And this has been Detroit. What up, though? That's it.
Peace.